friends, my name is Mark and I'm a part of Eagle Brook Music. Today we're talking about the song Let It Be Said, taking a look at the keys parts. One of the things about this song in particular is that if you were to dig into the tracks, there's a lot of layers of keys tracks. A lot of them are like little sound moments that happen throughout the song. And so our approach at doing a demo of this was not to try and cover everything, not to be exhaustive, but to really focus in on what would we actually use and play live. What's the stuff that's really essential to the song that if you took it out, it doesn't feel the same? Some of the extra stuff, you can leave them in a track or maybe not use them at all. But for us, we really broke it down to the piano part, one main synth part, and then this little kind of moving arp part that sounds pretty cool just to have a little bit of something different to work with. So for the piano, we've got all of these sounds built out into a main stage session, and so you can feel free to dig into that, take a look, unpack that, and play around with your own stuff in your own time. So the piano on this song, there's really two main piano parts that I tracked in the same video take here. The first one comes from Keyscape. It's called Dark Score. It's a C7 piano, super ambient, really pretty. That's it right there. So that's through that intro and that first verse, and then the intro going into verse 2. For the second verse, we make a switch, and then it just becomes what is actually Alicia's keys run through Contact. And as you probably watched, there is nothing fancy about that piano part. It is big, low, gritty diamonds, and the piano is there as much for a texture as it is for movement. So you just pretty much have those diamonds cranking away so that you feel the punch of the piano. I think something to think about even as a piano part is that oftentimes we might want to stay kind of close to the middle of the board, but oftentimes when you open up on those choruses to jump up an octave on the right hand and down an octave on the left hand, it spreads the sound and you get the bite of the low notes and the brightness of the high notes. And because of where the guitars will usually sit in the mix, they kind of sit in that mid-range, right around middle C. And so if you can spread the piano, it really opens it up, which is what we did on this song. I'll switch over to that sound and you can take a listen. So if we're looking at this whole chorus is like, it's just octaves in the left hand and then a 1-5 in the right hand. But it's got like that kind of brightness and then also the low kind of punch and growl. That's pretty much all that there is going on with the piano. It's diamonds, with a little bit of movement here and there, but really just punching those hard and clean on every chord change really gives some great strength to the song. The second part is this synth part. I'm going to pull that up now. So this synth part is actually, this is going to be a nice little secret I'm going to give you, but it's a free sound, free sample, free plugin from Spitfire Audio. It is one of my favorite go-tos, the Spitfire Audio Labs, and this is just what's called pad number 7. Sounds have kind of been shaped a little bit to just open it up a little bit, but like you kind of just have this great synthy, angelic kind of pad thing going on, and that carries throughout the song. I love it because it gives a little bit of bite throughout that song. That to me feels like a main thing that really sits and lays well with electric guitars. When you get the grind of that electric guitar paired with this, they really, really work well together. The third part that we did was this cool little like arpy synth line, which sounds pretty complicated, but it's actually pretty awesome. Straight out of Omnisphere. Let's pull that up and take a look. This sound is called Authentic Triangle Lead. It's a patch straight out of Omnisphere. It's kind of got a little bit of that Owl City old school vibe to it, but it's pretty straightforward and it plays itself really nicely. And because I can't really flip octaves quickly and do it well between two parts, I literally just use my octave transpose button to make it easy. That's what I would do live. So the part would be first part, then flip. And literally just use that. Oftentimes I probably would just leave that in a track, but it is a nice little secondary part. You know, I think one of the things just to mention before we close with this is all of these parts are really designed not to be something that you hear and you go, oh, what a cool thing. Oh, what a cool thing. The thing that we're really trying to drive for with each of these sounds is that they really support the song and they really help bring the song to life. So you walk away going, wow, that moment, they're creating moments more than they're creating like a focus on themselves. And so in my mind, that's a thing in the studio or live to think about with every keys part, every guitar part. Like, how is this serving the song? How is this serving the moment? Rather than having it be about, wow, look at that, and turning the attention to a part that I hear. I want that part to just kind of all come together and turn my attention to Jesus ultimately, because that's what it's all about. So I hope you guys are doing great. Thanks so much for tuning in, and keep on playing, keep on serving. Let's do this thing together.